This lesson video will guide you in how to write your body paragraphs for your documented informative essay in English 5. So far, you have gathered the information you need for your body paragraphs, and those were gathered on your charts. You created your thesis statement, you've written your introductory paragraph. It's now time to write the 3 body paragraphs for your essay. You already have the evidence you need. You will build the rest of your paragraphs with topic sentences, examples, analysis, transitions, and concluding sentences. It's helpful to have your model body paragraph example open from your course. This is in the resource book in your unit for this step, and it's a larger visual for you. You will see one of the body paragraphs in this video, but the other body paragraphs will be within your course. You can pause this video if you need to so that you're able to open the model in the course and have this and that side by side. The structure of the body paragraphs follow this pattern. Like any paragraph, you start with a topic sentence, and this will be based on one of the reasons or causes in your thesis statement, your claim. You will introduce the first example, support from the story or articles, a quote, a paraphrase, and an in-text citation. That might be one or more sentences. You will then comment and provide some analysis of that first example. You'll have a transition and an introduction to the second example or support from the story, and this can be a few sentences. You will offer a commentary on that second example, and then you'll have your concluding sentence, a summary sentence that connects back to that reason or support in the thesis statement and claim. Now stop and remember, your thesis statement had 3 parts. So one body paragraph will enhance and expand on the first part, the second body paragraph on the second part, and the third body paragraph on the third part. So when you're building an essay like this, it really is a building structure of how things fit together. For the thesis statement and claim, if you remember back for the model thesis statement, we were dealing with the topic of the causes of high school dropouts. And here is that thesis statement. While each student who leaves school has an individual story and reason, there are common risk factors. 3 major reasons students say they drop out of high school are academic failure, attendance, and disengagement. We need to create a topic sentence from one of those causes or reasons. We're going to focus for this video on the first cause, academic failure. So the first body paragraph is going to deal with academic failure. So the writer creates a topic sentence. Perhaps this could be the topic sentence. Struggling with academics is one of the main reasons students choose to drop out. Struggling with academics is another way to say academic failure. So there's that topic sentence, the first sentence of the first body paragraph. For that paragraph, you will need to provide at least 2 examples from the literature that you have read, the articles you have read. You need 2 examples. They're called textual evidence. One example might look something like this. This is a paraphrase from an article. Frustration and hopelessness due to failing grades increases the risk of a student being a dropout. And there's the in-text citation for where the writer found that information. Here's the second example. It's a quote from an article. While higher academic achievement and accountability are appropriate goals, the challenges and needs of low-performing students must be considered. Alternative programs and assessment methods should be explored in order to better serve the considerable population of struggling students at risk of dropping out. And then you can see the in-text citation that followed that quote. What you do in the building of the body paragraph then is you have your topic sentence, you take each one of those 2 examples and add to each of those introductory information and analysis. So we're going to look at the first example, which was a paraphrase. Here's the first example. Struggling with academics is one of the main reasons students choose to drop out. Frustration and hopelessness due to failing grades increases the risk of a student being a dropout. Students who have fallen far behind in school may see graduation as an unachievable goal. It is very difficult for a student whose understanding and skill levels are below grade level to remediate these deficiencies and at the same time succeed with the grade level material. There's the introductory information. You can see the paraphrase with the in-text citation, and then you have some sentences of analysis and commentary. The second example was a quote from an article. Whether the deficiencies are due to learning difficulties, language, or substandard instruction, schools are tasked with finding solutions. Here's the quote. While higher academic achievement and accountability are appropriate goals, the challenges and needs of low-performing students must be considered. Alternative programs and assessment methods should be explored in order to better serve the considerable population of struggling students at risk of dropping out. There was the quote. There is not a one-size-fits-all when it comes to an individual student who is in jeopardy of failing. Transition and introductory information, and then there was the analysis and commentary. So what you have now already is a topic sentence. You have an introduction to one piece of evidence, the example or evidence, a commentary, a transition and introduction to a second piece of evidence or example, the evidence, and the commentary. Here's the model body paragraph putting it all together. We added some background information and a concluding sentence. You'll recognize some of this. We've read most of it already, but now it's together in one paragraph. And in blue is an explanation of the function of the information in the sentences. Struggling with academics is one of the main reasons students choose to drop out. Frustration and hopelessness due to failing grades increases the risk of a student being a dropout. Students who have fallen far behind in school may see graduation as an unachievable goal. It is very difficult for a student whose understanding and skill levels are below grade level to remediate these deficiencies and at the same time succeed with the grade level material. Whether the deficiencies are due to learning difficulties, language, or substandard instruction, schools are tasked with finding solutions. While higher academic achievement and accountability are appropriate goals, the challenges and needs of low-performing students must be considered. Alternative programs and assessment methods should be explored in order to better serve the considerable population of struggling students at risk of dropping out. Intervention and support outside of the traditional school model is becoming more available and accessible for students behind in their academics. There is not a one-size-fits-all when it comes to an individual student who is in jeopardy of failing. Students who experience academic failure usually have other life experiences that are causing them to not be successful, and playing catch-up year after year can seem like an insurmountable obstacle. And that is the concluding sentence. These past two slides are the entire first body paragraph. The second and third body paragraphs are in your PV Online course. You can see them. The structure is very similar to the first body paragraph. The second body paragraph provides the textual evidence and the commentary to support school attendance as a cause of students dropping out of school. The third body paragraph provides the textual evidence and commentary to support disengagement as a cause of students dropping out of school. One way to improve and expand your writing is to add descriptive words and phrases. When you're putting together the building blocks of an essay, you usually are dealing with short pieces of evidence, parts of sentences, and then when you put it all together in order, you need to then create sentences and link ideas, and that requires you to use language. The way to add voice to your writing is to add these descriptive words and phrases. After you write your body paragraphs, go back and see where you can add descriptive words, adjectives or adverbs, or descriptive phrases. This helps add voice and feeling to your writing. Your assignment for this step is to build and write your 3 body paragraphs using the textual evidence charts in the introductory paragraph that you created. Use the model body paragraph sample to set up the structure of your body paragraphs. You can review this video or you can use the examples that are in the resources in your course. The complete instructions for this assignment are in the course, and you can always ask your teacher for help.